To the Kerrville Folk Festival 2024 New Folk Winners Concert. Woo! And
who are you?
I'm Deb Rouse. I'm the Executive Director of the Kerrville Folk Festival, and I am delighted to be hosting this this afternoon. We've had a great group of people. We had a wonderful group of finalists. The judges all told me that they wish they could choose 24 winners, but they had to narrow it down to 6. So we're going to start off today with Lyla Blue. She's from New York City. She's been writing songs since she was 4 years old, and she has 4 LPs out. So please welcome Lila Blue to the stage.
Hi, everybody. It's so good to be back. I just did 10 jumping jacks. Oh, it feels good. I'm going to start us off with a quick little hymn to open up the space called I Know a Place. Didn't mean to rhyme. And then I'm going to do a tune called Grown Bones. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay. Thank you for being here. You hear that okay? Wonderful. Let's do this thing. I know a place where the tears don't come, where he has no face and you can be no one. Numbness so delectable and oh so fun. How dare I make something in the nothing? I know a place filled with wonders and wounds, where people toy with people just because they want to. They'll take your heart and tear it into two. How dare they think the beating's just a rhythm? I know a light that just won't go out. I left it out one night and now it can't be found. They tell me don't worry, but I'm sick with doubt. How dare we think the flame comes from within? There's a braid attached at every root. I'm gonna cut each one just to get away from you. The earth will turn in autumn red. I'll walk away shorn and proud. This is contraband. This doesn't sit right. It feels like lying still on a summer's night. The sweat on my skin lets my body do the screeching. Hurricanes and lukewarm soup. These are the things I think of when I think of you. Oh, insect wings and brittle bones. These are the things I think of when I'm left alone. I go slowly, you went quick. Mama pushed you down the river in her favorite basket, and I can't stand still, but I can't stop waiting. You're just a little boy stuffed into grown bones, playing with the world until your mama calls you home. Oh, I wonder if you've ever had a single good night of sleep. So you make yourself a paper crown, it won't keep, it crumples to the ground, and yet you still call yourself king. Well, I'll bow as low as I can go. Hurricanes and lukewarm soup, these are the things I think of when I think of you. Oh, insect wings and brittle bones, these are the things I think of when I'm left alone. I go slowly, you went quick. Mama pushed you down the river in her favorite basket, and I can't stand still. No, I just can't seem to stand still. But I can't stop waiting. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be back in Kerrville. I had to fly home for a little bit to deal with some things. And I just got back here yesterday. And when I first got here, people were saying, welcome home. And I was like, huh? What? But then today I was like, I'm home. So thank you so much for welcoming me back with open arms. I'm so happy to be here, so honored to be part of the 24 acts that made it here. So thank you. This is the first song I ever wrote for a girl. It's called Toes, Teeth, Tongue. Toes, teeth, and tongue, the things I gave you when I was too young. You told me that you were mine, I told you I was yours. We told each other too many things. I swelled inside, but then you punctured me and you tried to tell me that you were done. I told you I was fun. You said no, you're so many things. How can I go on without you? How can I go on without you? How can I go on without you? How can I go on? I guess I'll just have to. We were girls with simple names. I was a wildfire to your quiet flame, but I could see in your irises the kindest, the quietest of fears that I'd burn you up. I found you braiding her hair. She was a pond with the calmest of stares. You told me she just made sense to you, but the difference was your tongue always tripped on her name. I hope you hold vigil for me on her shores. Hope my name floats from your tongue at her door. Oh, I hope that she drowns you till you can't burn no more. I hope you hold vigil for what? I'm not sure. I'm haggard, ember, and ash, longing for a love that is long since past. Maybe I'll learn something new, for something to do instead of wasting my days in the dark. think I've forgiven you. Who could blame you falling for a beauty in blue? But I can't pretend anymore not to know what I'm for. I have to burn, and burn I must. Bring me your kindling, I'll give you a show. I may be tired, but there's one thing I know, that fire is fire, and it's charred me to the bone. But it's mine, yes, it's mine, always mine, always mine, yes, it's mine, yes, it's mine, always mine, always mine, yes, it's mine, yes, it's mine, always mine. And mine alone. Thank you. Now, I was building up my set for you all, and I don't know if you noticed, but I can get a little spooky with it. And I got to this part of the set, and I was like, I have two different demon tunes, but I don't know which one I want to do, so I'm going to leave it up to you. Would you like to hear a song about the devil or a song about a changeling? I'm going to now say devil, and when I say that, you changeling. I heard that. Okay, for devil. Sparse. Okay, changeling. Whoa. This is the first crowd that I think knows fully what a changeling is. If you don't know what it is, it's in a lot of Celtic fae myths. Fairies will replace babies with fake fae babies. And sometimes I feel like one of those fake fae babies moving through this world. And it's called Changeling. That's what this one's about. Okay, here we go. Sometimes I feel like a changeling. There's a spirit in my skin that comes from the insides of another that I never lived in. My tongue is dipped in shadow wherever I spit. Darkness comes, I am the opposite of a maker. I am the undone. But sometimes I feel like my mother, or the mother who came before. Sobs are racking my spine that aren't mine, that aren't yours. I despise crying or sweating. It feels too much like blood. I am crawling down a ladder. I don't recall crawling to the top of, but I used to know a few things. How to do things, how to cry, but now my mind mixes up living and dying, living and dying, living and dying. I'm bleeding out a family who only knows how to lie down. When I see with disgust that our pulses match up, I am met with the shrieking sound of drops till the soul inside shuts up. We have come here to take care of what we need to take care of. And you are human. You are sleeping, you are blood. We are the air inside your marrow, shouting to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I would do one of the ones that I won with, which is Stranger. Stranger, yeah, hell yeah. Stranger means a lot to me. I wrote it out on the road. I don't know if all of you were here for the contest itself, but I'll say it again. I wrote it out on the road when I was 17. I was still in the closet in every sense of the word. And I thought I was writing it for a man that I had yet to meet, who would see me, know me, love me. And as I've gotten older and the song has grown with me, and I've come out so hard, I realized that I think I was writing to a future version of myself, who would see me and know me and love that version of me. And I do. I love them so much. So thank you. Thank you so much. So this is Stranger. I'm tuning for you. We don't mess around here. Sweet relief. Okay, let's do it. Stranger, I can only see your face when I stop moving. Seems like in every time and place my eyes just linger. But I seem to find a comfort in the crook of your elbow, and I find salvation where your nape meets your spine. And stranger, I never ever believed in deities, but I find your body holy in the way it intertwines with mine, oh mine. Stranger, I've pricked a million holes in my skin just hoping that someone strange would take the time to look within. 'Cause I seem to find an exhale in the droplets that the needle pulls from me just like it would with cloth and thread. And stranger, I never look up at the night stars, 'cause I know those pinpricks mirror me. Their light is already dead, 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 oh dead. Stranger, I know this sounds a bit morose, but I'm tired of these flatlands and talking plainly for others' comfort. 'Cause I find my calm in dark talks on a bar stool, and I find my God in tears mixed with wine. And stranger, you know thoughts and ink make trouble, but trouble would find me anyway, so I sit and start to write, 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 oh write. Stranger, I'll never tell you my name, you wanna know why? 'Cause names were picked by others, those names can carry lies. So call me needle point or call me pinprick. You can even call me plain Jane if you'd like. But stranger, I never ever believed in anything till you sat down right beside me and you took me and looked inside. Right, right, oh, right. Stranger, I can only see your face when I stop moving. I really appreciated in Drew Holcomb's set, Lemonade Man. Just heard that from afar. Work, love that. I'm gonna get some of that after this. I appreciated the stance of, I'm going to play one final song, and then I'm going to pretend to walk away, and I hope you clap hard enough that I can come back and do one more. Can we agree on that, maybe? Is that okay? Cool. Let's break that wall, baby, that fourth wall. It's not doing any of us any good, especially me. So, this song is called Queer Love Song for the Apocalypse. I wrote it for somebody that I love very much, someone who's loved me very much. And something that I'm trying to practice is loving all of you very much and every person I come across. So before I begin, if there's someone that you're missing or that you love and hold dear, I would love if you would hold them with us through this next one. Someone who makes you feel safe. And I'll be here giving you an energetic exchange of, I love you. I love you, all of you. I'm trying to get there every day. So, yeah, that's this one. Thank you so much for being such an attentive audience. Thank you to Kerrville for having me back again. Thank you to Deb and Lindsay and the whole new folk crew. Thank you to the people filming me with their lenses and the people making me audible. Shouts out, John. Thank you. Thank you so much. We need them. We need them for these kinds of things. And shouts out to all of you. This is my final ramble. I was having a hard time falling back in love with folk music before I came here. I was having some very doubtful and discouraging moments, and from the moment I stepped on here into this world that you've built so beautifully, I felt such a deep curiosity and appreciation for the craft of songwriting that the love affair has just reignited. So thank you. Thank you so much. I've never felt fuller. So this is Queer Love Song for the Apocalypse. And even if you're not queer, I love you too. Leave the hard world at the door, it won't claim you or me. You're all I've been looking for, it's so good to finally meet. I open the book of you, take a look at the pages you're willing to share. I sleep through the night for the first time in my life. Let myself be cared for. Your room is ready, the sheets are tucked in, just how you like them to be. Distance might divide us, but I've learned that I must have a penchant for waiting. Now a door's just a door. I'm not scared anymore of who might be waiting outside. 'Cause you're here with me, and I can just sleep without keeping open an eye. I accept that there's a day where the earth will turn without a trace of me. But when that last light flickers off, there'll be something still left to see of the softness you made in me. The love you gave to me will seep its way into the soil. So when the world implodes, what we built will still grow from whatever is left to be toiled. So leave the hard world at the door, it won't claim you or me. You're all I've been looking for. It's so good to finally meet you. Thank you so much, Kerrville. I'm Lyla Blue. Have a wonderful rest of your night and life. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Lila Blue!
That was great, y'all. You did it so good. God, I wish I could bring you to every show. Okay, I'm gonna do one in a funky tuning. Most of my songs come out like a breech baby. It feels like a bit like ass backwards, where like I only have words. Words are the love of my life, and then I find tunes to meet them. But this one was the exact opposite. I was walking down the street, walking home, and I started getting this little jig in my head, and I was like, dun dun dun. And I was like, well, that's gonna slap. Maybe I can write a cheery tune to it. And I'll let you decide if it's cheery or not. Some of you have already heard it. It's called There Is a Drought. Okay. How's that sound to you? Yeah? Ready? Okay. Oh la la. Let's get witchy with it. There is a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as we walk on slow. There is a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as we walk on slow. There is a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as we walk on slow. I go where they don't know me. Smile white straight spine, white lies. They'll never know what they can't touch, can't see. I go slow like a wheel on a hot road. I'll blister on the pavement before I ever say yes sir again. I'm not on the root of the yew tree. I swallow down the river Yuba, but nothing can turn the dust that runs in my guts back to mud. 'Cause there is a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as we walk home slow. Mangled and molded my body to fit what would make them strain their necks, praying each time that they would break. I drink their swill and I sing their songs, but by the time we reach the dawn, my jaw is low and long on the bank of the nearest lake. I suckled on the deed of a creek and nursed myself in the morning dew, but no tributary does the trick in this. I knew, for there's a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as we walk home slow. On the tongue attached to this body, there's one plain need: to swallow everything that broke me, till I'm all shrapnel, pain, and greed. Till then I'll smile like them and sip their wine, with a parched throat and a bit tongue. I'll ask them about their jobs, about their wives, and I'll guzzle down their tedium. 'Cause there's a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as they walk home slow. There is a drought in the middle of the vessel that I have learned to call my own. 3 crows sit on my skull. They sing their hymns as we walk home slow. Yeah. Thank you so much. I've been Lyla Blue. I hope to see you around. Thank you.
That was Lila Blue.
Two mics. I got it all set up in the back. I'll bring it up.
Let's set it up so we're kind of looking slightly at each other. Stick that on in there.
So I do want to remind everyone that we are hosting our first Pride Night at Main Stage tonight. All the artists that appear on our stage tonight will be members of the LGBTQ plus community, and I am absolutely delighted that we can do this. these individuals are still battling a lot of discrimination. We've seen legislatures trying to push back on gay marriage, and we've seen increasing denials of gender-affirming care. So if we can give those members of society a warm place, a soft place to land, even for a short 18 days, I think we will all be the better for it.
Get in a little closer, I think. Or you think that's smart in terms of reverb or something?
Doing some vocaling. It can be quiet. I'm just really background to him.
90 miles, maybe a little more. 90 miles. Yeah. Just so they hear me, yeah. I'm cool. Yeah, we're good. See you in a bit, Looker.
All right, next up, we have Sean Keel from Austin, Texas. He is a University of Texas math professor and Euclidean. Don't you have a specialty?
Let's just get on with it.
Okay. Sean Keel, 2024 New Folk Award winner.
90 miles outside Ely, chopping wood where they chopped whales. The noonday sun was far away and weak. After 1 1/2 6-packs, my old man was feeling young. Luckily, Trip fell asleep. We went fishing through his pockets, found the keys to the truck. What I hoped would be his wallet was his chew. Third try, the pickup started. We didn't say a thing, but what that wind was bringing in, we both knew. And the bent pines, standing like a soup line, made me nervous being watched by all of them. And then the weight of the snow, it brought one to the ground, and in that moment, I thought I understood the wind. She drove, 'cause I'm no driver. Asked north, I said fine, but east or west, it was all the same to me. An hour in, it's snowing sideways, hand deep on the highway. Missed a turn and drove into a tree. We both knew no one had come. And anyway, no way they'd stop. Her coat was looking dangerously thin. We slogged off into the woods, and like always, she was praying. Found a shack, broke off a branch, and we broke in. And the bent pines, like a soup line standing round, made me nervous being watched by all of them. Then the weight of the snow brought one to the ground, and in that moment, I thought I understood the wind. Oil barrel, fireplace, shedding rusty flakes. It was wrong to wreck the tables. The legs caught fire like saints. She shook out a rolled up blanket full of frozen bugs. One shelf, a can of pork and beans, and a box of 410 slugs. The dancing orange fire, her breast in silhouette, the whole world, it was only her and me. And wherever heaven was, that night we made love. I fell asleep. She ate the pork and beans and the bent pines standing like a soup line. If you've seen one fall, you understand the wind. The next day we got out, and every good day ends. And since then, I've been slowly turning into him. I realized this is kind of the realization of a long-held fantasy of mine. We have jams on our porch all the time, and this is actually quite like one of those jams. A bunch of my friends are here. I always wanted to have one where I didn't let anybody else play. Canadian border, Manitoba. First the car, first the tar, then the dirt road ends. No cameras, no Mounties. Pen on a string, she wrote Barney Rubble. I wrote Pat Nixon. 35 pounds in the frame pack. Half-empty bottle of gin. She carried the pack, sent me back for the bottle. You never know when you might need some string. I was scared that our map was the wrong map. Was worried about the meat that we had. She was a tiny bit taller, tiny bit smarter. Being shorter was kind of a drag. I was scared about bears for good reason, and worried I wouldn't know how to get laid. I was pleased and surprised to be with her. Heavy woodfall that winter, tree trunk splinters all over the place. I dropped the pack, crossing over the Laurentian Divide. She grabbed me, or I would have fell in. Her whole fucking family could wrestle. Back of my neck touched her skin. A tore up deer hide on the side of the Laurentian Divide. She had the smell of where horses have been. Back then, everything happened with purpose. And I'd wonder what everything meant. We made camp on our side of the Laurentian Divide. I brought the wrong poles for the tent. Her freckled face, her missing tooth. She wouldn't let me touch the gap. I'm wrong every time I look forward. But I was right. Kielbasa was bad. I went and watched her get married. Watched her marry a much taller man. I was pleased and surprised when she asked me to dance. It's nice that things fade. It's nice that they hang. It was nice. Smelling horses again. So been here now. This is the second time we've come, and I'm sort of slightly getting the ethos of the place, which I have to say is quite alien to me. And I was thinking that any number of these generous, quite interesting and generous, kind people, if you were to have taken one of them and just dropped them right into the middle of my family growing up, they would have in short order have been the favorite of everybody in the family. But in the long run, they would have starved to death. Oh yeah, I was talking to my dad. I talk to him as much as I can. He's 94. I'd say he's got one foot out the door already, I would say. And he's not always there. But I was trying to explain to him about this setup, and he wasn't getting it. It's totally foreign to him. But then one thing that I said, he grabbed onto him, and it was just like my dad was there just for a little while, completely there. He kept saying, 6 winners, 6 winners, 6 winners. What kind of contest has 6 winners? And I mean, I completely understood it because honestly, I've been saying it to myself. There's 6 winners, and at this point, there's absolutely no reason to be undermining the other 5. This my boy Lucas. Oh, the day cracked open, the oaky sun rose. Folks came for capons, corn, mash, and dope, and he kept himself healthy, sunbathing without any clothes. Then tell him, take their trade elsewhere or keep their eyes closed. He'd hound us and wake us, make us all go to mass, me up on the altar in a dress that altar boys had, and whoever Ma was there with him in the front row. You bring a few bucks home, boy, no one's gonna know. And the wind in that flat world, all summer it blows. And I shot at milk bottles. I made my brother hold. Sheets on the line, snapping white, ghostly wings. I brought Bird to a cockfight, but I couldn't throw him into the ring. Bringing hay in and praying for summer to pass, unbending barbed wire and castrating calves and a Ford El Torino that someone left out in the woods. I shot out the windshield, sledgehammered the hood. I started liking my brother about the time he turned 10, when I beat up a girl who was bothering him. I'm scared of holding those bottles. Please don't make me, Sean. Then throw them high as you can, man. Shattered glass, shattered sun. We're making cheese now for money. I'd like to sell grass. We never put up a gravestone, but nobody asks. The wind keeps getting stronger, but I don't feel it. I saved at least one bird. I try to hold on to that. I saved at least one bird. It's all right. We skipped one part. Who cares? It's all right. Yeah. What's the next?
What's the answer?
Which one?
Sorry.
Red Lake's largest walleye is mounted on Flanagan's wall. Eyes the size of quarters, mouth held a softball. Erin Flanagan worked the bar and she'd listen to everyone lie. We'd go hunting and fishing. I spent a lot of time wishing Erin was mine. Green eyes, I can see 'em today. Lips pearly white, red mouth she didn't paint. She taught me to shoot and she taught me to cast. She'd gut 'em and fillet 'em for me. We'd camp out after fishing. I'd lie awake and listen to her breathe. Jones claimed that he hooked the walleye. He said, I'm red, I'm owed checks from the tribe. In a half-size trailer just outside the res. That's where he lived his half-life. He cut a trap door in the ceiling so he could have fires inside. He'd give us whiskey if Erin would kiss him, or when I let him touch mine. Red Lake's as large as a city. It don't freeze till winter's half gone. To drive a truck on it was stupid. So was Jones. It's way deep off the point, at the point where he went through the ice. It's 10 years, that truck is still down there and Jones is inside. We dropped down through the trap door, made a fire out of books he'd use as logs. 7 years we'd known Jones, and so we each did 8 shots. Erin passed out with her head leaning back on the old style beer sign. I kissed her red mouth, kissed her just that one time. People don't change much, just their hair and their names. I was back in Mille Lacs, so I went up to Red Lake for the day. Erin left town to shoot down from choppers and take down Saddam Hussein. What's broke don't heal, but stops hurting till you touch it again. Flanagan's is Hannigan's pub now, but the walleye's still there on the wall. So I ordered Jack, and when the boy turned his back, I grabbed the softball. It's mine now, huh? I had prostate cancer surgery a month ago. It was not a surprise. I knew about it since January, and I'd been very much dreading it since February. And it was in early March. I got a call at work from my girlfriend, Michelle, and she said, I just got this email that the song contest at Kerrville is closing. I just want to make sure that you'd applied. And I was like, You know, last year I sent in my 2 best songs. I didn't win. I didn't get anything. You know, I got the same songs. I don't think I'm going to do it. And besides, you know when it is. It's like it's 1 month after I'm going to be at MD Anderson. I'll just be sitting there in a diaper. I mean, what the hell? And she said, just do it. Please, just do it. I have this knack for seeing the dark side and the ways that things can go south. I really have a special knack. And she does not. It's one of her principal weaknesses and one of her principal strengths. And I'll tell you one thing about wearing a diaper. You do not feel like going to war. It's in Shanmar, right? I see the, okay. I see the sky in my mother's eyes, the sky in her bruised hands. She's weak sometimes, like a baby now, needs my help so she can stand. Oh, the river runs, but it runs both ways. I love her now as I loved my son, though I did not know it in those crazy days. A thing can be undone. It was not long that my mother cried, though I know she is afraid. Ma can walk if she holds my hand. She walked me just that way. When I kiss her cheek, I can feel her smile. I feel her smile and her warm face. And to love her now with a mother's love, this to me is grace. Oh, so
Yeah,
what?
is it on?
Was it not on before?
It's all right. The words are kind of the point. We're good. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Shit. What's the name? It begun. It begun. The orange sun, an orange melon drying up the morning dew. We were all there and raring, not caring, want to tear down those ruling fools. The disaster that came after the laughter and after everything we had to do. That day was the blade that God made, tear my melon life in two. Daisy was a gorgeous sort of crazy, straw blonde hair, she wore it like a broom. Everything with her was maybe all extra gravy, baby. The whole world melting in her spoon. We got off I-9 in Yerkes, billboards with Bible verses, sweet corn ripe to bursting, postcard, perfect land. We kept touch with walkie-talkies, 100 miles up to Milwaukee, where we stole a panel van. Daisy was a gorgeous sort of crazy. She loved me and she loved Hank. Did a year of chem at Kaiser, 100 pounds of round down fertilizer, a blow wall right off the bank. Every picture till you paint it. And we're all kings until we're 5. John Gordon went to Warren, came home and polished floors, never needed nothing more than being home alive. Daisy was a gorgeous sort of crazy, pressed her morning pinky in my crack. In her mouth a set of pliers as she crawled off to set the wires so they'd be triggered by a tire. She did not survive the blast. Every picture's every picture till you paint it. And we're all kings until we're 5. John Gordon went to war, came home and polished floors. If he'd gone home that night like normal, that boy'd still be alive. Thank you. We're done, right? Yeah, we're out of here.
Sean Keel.
No encore.
All right. That was Sean Keel. Next up, we have Lucy Clearwater. She's from Lafayette, California. She was born in a bathtub in a cookie factory in California 26 years ago. She's released 4 EPs, and she learned German during the pandemic. All right, I'll also remind you that tonight we are going to be doing the late night stage. It runs from midnight until 3 a.m. right here on the Threadgill stage. It's all done using silent disco headphones. So it's really an acoustic experience. No matter where you sit in the theater, you hear it as if you were sitting on the front row. And it's kind of a cool, magical thing, so you should absolutely come check it out. Who's performing? Well, it's curated by Amy Sue Berlin, and Amy Lou Weatherford is being our MC for that. So, yeah. Buck Meek, who will be on main stage tonight, tomorrow night, will also be doing that late night stage concert along with Dylan Meek, Albany Falata, and another person I can't quite recall. It'll come to me the minute I walk off stage, but we're gonna have 4 great artists.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you so much. Ooh, sorry.
You ready? 2024 Kerrville Folk Festival Grassy Hill New Folk Award winner, Lucy Clearwater.
I'll be your midnight call, anything that you want. Only don't ask me why I never stay the night. Darling, don't fall in love. I know I'm not the one, though I'll stare into your eyes and melt when you hold me tight. No, it's not your fault. I'm just too involved with these dreams of mine, and I'm caught between casual and emotional. I'm protecting my time. We could play make-believe. You'll be the one I need, and then when we're out again, I'll act like you're just a friend. I should apologize. I only fall for the kind that I know could never be. Find safety in fantasy. No, it's not your fault. I'm just too involved with these dreams of mine, and I'm caught between casual and emotional. I'm protecting my time. So I'll be your midnight call, anything that you Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Lucy, Clearwater. I don't know what to say. I'm just so happy to be here. This is really this is one of the most special experiences I've had to date, and you are all amazing, and thanks for welcoming me into this family. So this was one of the songs that I entered with, so maybe some of you have heard it already, and there's a whistle part. So I expect those of you that were here before to have this part nailed down. You already know it, so whistle as loud as you can if you know it. April, won't you come over? I've got a bottle of unopened wine. We could drink it and after laugh about how we're becoming our mothers one day at a time. It's been such a long, long winter, and I've had you on my mind. Oh, April, won't you come and spend the night? There it is. Yeah, you got it one more time. You look good in a t-shirt, good in a patched up jacket of mine. April, you're quite the teaser, the way that you grin and then casually lay your hand on my thigh. It's been such a long, long winter, and I've had you on my mind. Oh, come and spend the night. One more time. Oh, April, won't you come? April, won't you? Oh, April, won't you come and spend the night? Thank you. I would have whistled along with you guys, but I don't know how. So thanks for doing that part for me. Is it okay if we go on like a bit of an emotional roller coaster together? Is that cool? All right, cool. This is an angry song. It's called I Want to Fight You. Wearing you like war paint on my cheeks, bracing for a battle every time that we speak. I wanna fight you. I wanna fight you. Temperature and temporary bliss. Punched a bunch of pillows, but my temper persists. I wanna fight you. I wanna fight you. Oh, 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 oh. Toxic is a word I thought I knew. Something people talk about, but I was immune until I met you. And then I met you. And there's just something about your calm collectedness. Brings me to a boil, how I wish you would slip. 'Cause I wanna fight you. I wanna fight you. Oh, 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 oh. you disregard me while you travel the world. But I wanna fight you. I wanna fight you. But I'm just stuck between the anger and the fear. The last thing that I'd want is to make you disappear. And that's what I might do. That's what I might do. Thank you. Toasty up here. How you guys feeling? Doing all right? Nice. I should have hired one of you to stand here with a fan and just do that the whole set. Whew. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't feel it at all. This next tune is it's a song I wrote about my grandfather, just as he was sort of on his way out, and it's called Reconciliations. It wasn't always easy loving you, even though you built the family I was born into. It wasn't always easy loving you, but you gave the gift of music, something I'll never lose. And even though I didn't show it very well, I hope you know that I am grateful for the ways you helped me grow. And I believe that you loved me in the best way that you knew how. How does it feel on the edge of letting go? Is it like you're headed home? Can you feel the air? Maybe we will make our reconciliations one day when I finally meet you there. But it wasn't always easy loving you. No affection, just a deck of cards in a smoky room. It wasn't always easy loving you. Now you say you're not leaving us, you're just leaving life like we all do. And I know you don't believe that there is any more to see after your eyes go dark and there's no shining light. And I know just as well as you, but I hope you're pleasantly surprised. How does it feel on the edge of letting go? I hope you're headed home, floating on air, so we can make our reconciliations one day when I finally meet you there. Thank you so much. Whew. Thank you. So probably my favorite thing about this festival so far has been just making really awesome new friends. I've met so many incredible people, and I'm so blown away by everybody that I've heard play. I'm so inspired. And just like maybe 2 hours ago, I was sitting over at the New Folk Camp with Lila, and we were just kind of showing each other some songs, and she ended up jumping in and singing some harmonies. So I think we're going to try that now. So welcome Lila Blue back to the stage, please. She's fucking incredible because, am I allowed to say that on the live stream? Oh shoot. Because she just heard this song about 2 hours ago and picked up these harmonies perfectly, and I'm really just excited to sing with such a legend.
Biggest fiddle in all the land to that.
This is a song I've never played on stage before, and I don't know what it's called yet, actually. So maybe if you guys have ideas, you can tell me afterwards what you think it should be called. It goes like this. I saw you back in town. Are you sitting in your flat with your coasters and your fake houseplants? You're always on the go, so I can understand how you got tired of how the real ones never last. And I don't miss you so much when you're far away. I miss you when you're close. 'Cause when you're gone I couldn't have you anyway. But when you're near I could almost. And it's quiet at my place as I watch the sunset fade, wishing you were far away. Close but no cigar, just a cigarette that you're smoking on your balcony again. And a few blocks up the road, I'm drinking to forget how you're here and still you're leaving me on red. And I don't miss you so much when you're far away. I miss you when you're close. 'Cause when you're gone I couldn't have you anyway. But when you're near I could almost. And it's quiet at my place as I watch the sunset fade, wishing you were far away. No, I don't miss you so much when you're far away. I miss you when you're close. 'Cause when you're gone I couldn't have you anyway. But when you're near I could almost. And it's quiet at my place as I watch the sunset fade, wishing you were far away. Thank you.
Almost. All right. Is that the title? Oh, Far Away. Oh, go. Okay. Miss You. Oh, almost Miss You, Far Away. We've got some contenders. You guys can fight it out later, and then just tell me who won, and that'll be the title. Cool. I don't want to be any part of it. Let's see. How are we doing on time? Do I get one or two more? Do we know? Anybody know? One more? Two more. Three more. Whoa. Oh, crazy. I didn't plan for that. All right. Fun. I guess my songs are kind of like, a lot of them are pretty short. Yeah, then this song is called, oh man, I guess I have a lot of songs about like leaving and traveling. So that's how it goes when you're a musician sometimes. This one is called Wish You Never Left. It's just a little folky tune. You know what? I'm gonna make that sound nicer for you guys because I love you and I want your ears to feel good.
How is it going lately? Won't you tell me, darling? Somewhere in between amazing and life's been pretty hard. I bet that you met a pretty lady walking in that garden on the corner of your new street. Looks like a nice place to meet someone. Oh, it's been a while since we've had time to catch our breath. Oh, I miss that smile and I wish that you never left. Did that slip out? I didn't mean to make it awkward. You've got a way about you, makes me want to talk too much. And I've got plenty words that I've been keeping all locked up, waiting to see if it's still me you're thinking of. Oh, it's been a while since we've had time to catch our breath. Oh, I miss that smile and I wish that you never left. I wish you never left.
Here's where there's like a really cool pedal steel solo that you just have to imagine. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, it's been a while since we've had time to catch our breath. Oh, I miss that smile and I wish that you never left. Oh, it's been a while since we've had time to catch our breath. Oh, I miss that smile and I wish that you never left. I wish you never left.
Thank you. I'm gonna do one more song. Yeah, my name is Lucy Clearwater. Thank you so much for listening to my songs and for hanging out here. This was the other song that I submitted, so maybe you've heard it before. It's called Are You Okay? And this is a song about consent, which is just a super great thing.
Are you okay? Would you tell me if you weren't? I'll be checking in, and I'm gonna put you first. We don't have to do a thing, we don't have to see it through. I wish someone had said this to me when I was in your shoes. Are you okay? Do you need a little air? I'm content, babe. And if you want, I'll take you there. We don't have to take it off. We don't even have to move. And you're beautiful to look at, even if that's all we do. Oh, tell me what you like, or what you wanna try. Anything is fine, and you can change your mind. Is it okay if I talk about the past? You should know, babe, it's been a while since the last. So let's start out real slow, 'cause I don't yet have a clue where I'm wanting this to go, and what I want you to do. Oh, tell me what you like, or what you wanna try. Anything is fine, and you can change your mind. Oh, I could make you scream, or we could keep it quiet. Anything you need, babe, I've got the time. Are you okay? Would you tell me if you weren't? I'll be checking in.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks.
Lucy
Thank you so much.
Clearwater. We're gonna take a short break and then come back for our last two artists. Lily Tomers was not able to make it back, so we're going to have Robin Bieneman and Rachel Sumner coming up after the break. So take a brief break and we'll see you back then. welcome back to the 2024 Kerrville Folk Festival Grassy Hill New Folk Competition Winners Concert. Woo! Next up, we're going to have Rachel Sumner. She was previously in New Folk, but she's back this year as one of our our winners, and she borrows heavily from storytelling traditions of both the British Isles and Appalachia. I think you're going to love this. Rachel Sumner.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to start out with a song that I wrote for a lady that I saw in a museum. I saw a beautiful painting of a beautiful woman, and in her head was the head of a man, severed. And I was like, tell me more. Who are you? Turns out her name is Judith, and this is her story. Hair wild crawling down her collarbone, black ivy sprawling on a wall of stone. Judith uncovered her old vanity, marking the end of her widow and grief. Dust billowed up from the coarse painter sheet and settled on top of the gold-threaded lee that topped off the mirror frame in her face. She opened the armoire and pulled out her lace. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. A king's army keen on destroying her home had cornered her people, they'd nowhere to go, and no one was daring, though all were despairing, all but dear Judith. Men run unfettered through muck and through mire, and some are run through by the sword of desire. And Judith, she knew this, and with wine and spite, toward the encampment she ran through the night. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. Well, Judith's allure was the key to the border, and she made her way to the general's quarters. She offered him secrets, poured wine heavy-handed, and she wore him down just as she planned it. Red was the color of the setting sun. Red, the fine satin dress she had on. Now red, seeping through where you once lay asleep. And Judith's returning a sword to its sheath. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. As soon as the cardinal dawn lit her path, she made her way with the crimson-soaked sack, her kith and her kin crying victory when she offered the head of their enemy. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. Oh, I'd make you a saint if I could. If I could. Thank you. It is so good to be back, Kerrville. Thank you for having me. This means the world. This is such a special place, and it tore me apart that I had to leave for the week. But I feel at peace now that my heart is back here with all of you, and I am physically here with all of you. So thank you. Well, I am from Boston, and I have a friend who sometimes hosts these little song parties, which are my favorite kind of parties. And this is one that I wrote about going to a party. I actually named names, so there were some interesting characters there. This is called Wallflower. Sweet Alice is giving stick and pokes to anyone who asks. Someone else is holding court atop a beer box stack, atop a beer box stack. She's singing from her toes of ships and sailors' woes, of ships and sailors' woes. Fiddle bows get rosined up while Jimmy picks a tune. Chairs are scarce, but Emma put a pallet down for you, a pallet down for you. Sitting knee to knee with strangers sawing strings, with strangers sawing strings. Careful not to knock a glass, bold Archie bolts upright, belts out a brash and crass refrain. The room joins the reprise, the room joins the reprise. He's singing about the lads, the cheeky night they had, the cheeky night they had. Tim catapults into a poem about a pheasant plucker. Such risky rhymes, he must have been a really pleasant fellow, a really pleasant fellow. Will or won't he slip? Tongue twister, tightrope trick, tongue twister, tightrope trick. The revelries and joy are bright in this here dim lit room. When song and throng are right, even we wallflowers will bloom. We wallflowers will bloom. Thank you. I just put out a record on May 10th, and it's called Heartless Things, and so I'm going to play a couple tunes from that. This is a song, a love song for roommates. I don't think there are enough love songs for roommates out there. I didn't think that there was a single one about roommates out there until somebody pointed out the Friends theme. They got me there. This is a song called Katie. Katie, where did you go? There are roses that dried by your room just outside, and I can't recall the last time I saw you, my friend. Though we share an address, seems I'm seeing you less every day. I'll clear you a space and pour some iced tea. Oh, dearest Katie, come out. You can put it on me. Katie, it is shameful to let a day like this pass with the window shades drawn. There'll be time enough for the dark when the short day is done. Chairs in the shed we can use to sit out on the lawn. Oh, Katie, Katie fell down a well of despair. Well, I've been there. La da 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 da. smother the worries that burn in you now. But please allow me to try, Katie, I'll try. You know what they say about April? Well, maybe they're right, and although it's July, August may bring you surprises and fields full of flowers. And oh, my dear friend, I'll remain where I'm standing beside you to see your sweet smile. Thank you. This next song is also from that new album. This also happens to be one of the songs that I played last week, so if you were here, you might recognize it. This is a song that I wrote for the Radium Girls, who were a group of women in the early 1900s who worked in factories and were essentially poisoned by their employers. They would spend all day painting watches with a glow-in-the-dark substance that had radium in it, and they were instructed by their employers to take the paintbrush and dip, and paint. So they were consuming vast amounts of radium every day. And as we know now, that's really dangerous, but back then it wasn't widely known, although some did know that it was poisonous. And so many women died, and their case became the basis for OSHA and many labor laws that are in place today. We have the Radium Girls to thank. So this is for them. This is called Radium Girls Curie Liaison. In the days when Rosie beckoned girls to join assembly lines, a mixture simply named undark made wristwatch faces shine, and women with star-spangled hearts sat faithfully in rows, bent to help the boys entrenched stave off those dark shadows. Day by day they all were tasked to paint 200 dials with brushes made of camel hair and radium dust in vials. The numbers on the clocks were painted dainty, slim and slight, so the girls were taught to use their lips to point the bristles tight. The taste was a little foul, but no one really seemed to mind. The pay was more than 3 times what a girl back then could find. Radium was championed, a newfound fount of youth, and the few who knew the dangers kept the public from the truth. For a time each painter prospered, though the work they did was tough, and were delighted when they'd clock out covered in the magic stuff. They'd decorate their drabbest dresses, paint skins so they'd sparkle, no earthly sight quite like a glowing angel in the darkness. Curie liaison, even lights that shine the brightest will eventually dim, but you never do expect it, just as someone's life begins. As each timepiece passed their nimble fingers, painters dreamed and planned, though they had in fact so very little time left on their hands. Soon these young girls ached as if they'd aged for 80 years, and radiating pain turned into radiating fear. Doctors did their best to treat an unknown malady, but no remedy could keep those bodies from unraveling. So aching turned to limping, and sore mouths began to bleed. Then jaws began to break, and smiles gave way to crumbling teeth. Families became buried beneath doctor bills and loans, and grief like radium began to settle in their bones. Curious that once seemed no coincidence, but the company confronted had maintained its innocence. Yet they'd secretly received results that told a different story, and they knew despite their lies that they were liable for the suffering. Those who had enlisted ladies to leave luminescent marks were now working overtime to keep them in the dark. Not a single protocol was changed at all, though there was danger, and alien workers failing fast were easily exchanged for healthy younger women, unsuspecting and naive, who craved to carve their own piece of the great American dream. Nothing pierced those stone hearts fortified by corporate greed, even when the women's own hearts one by one had ceased to beat. Kerrville is on. I wish that I could tell you that somebody'd found a cure, or that when the court case first came round, the crime was answered for. These women walked among the living, having one foot in the grave. Still they used what fight that they had left so others could be saved. To this day no one can say how many lives were lost. Had they been sooner taken seriously, it might have cut the cost. You may claim women have been long since elevated in this world, but how can that be? Our ashes still speak louder than our words. Thank you. Thank you. We'll bring it up. Well, how about a pro-choice banger? This one is a new one. It's not yet recorded, but I hope to record it very soon. This is called Wine Apple Rind. There are painters in the stairway and they'll work a week or so. Some are visited by aunts or communists in the gazebo. Oh, is it just propriety, our fear of rightly naming things? We give a sense of sorcery to what we leave unsaid, and we can move the menses with some herbs that stir the senses, part the Red Sea, make us ready to leave motherhood alone. I am tied to the moon, charting a life, reading the runs see life and death both granted. Well, at least the view is beautiful. If we gotta fall, I am tied to the moon, charting the life, reading the runes, drawing the knife, cutting the roots for the midwife, arrowing you, wine apple rinds, clearing the room, spotting the right, spotting the right time for me. Well, Hildegard von Bingen listed botanicals to bring in to relieve a woman's burden, and she's as saintly as they come. But those wombless men in Washington have said the burden lies with them. We sigh and wait while they side with Wade, but I'm not theirs to hold. To the moon, charting the life, reading the runs, drawing the knife, cutting the roots for the midwife, arrowing you, wine apple rinds, clearing the room, spotting the right. Tied to the moon, charting the life, reading the runs, drawing the knife, cutting the roots for the midwife, arrowing you, wine apple rinds, clearing the room, spotting the right, spotting the right. Time for me. Thank you. Oh my. Thank you so much, Kerrville. Oh, sometimes it's scary playing that song, and you know how to make a girl feel at welcome in her body and in her rights. So thank you. I would love to stay in touch with you guys. I live in Boston. I normally travel around with my band. I've got a string band called Rachel Sumner and Traveling Light. It's a fiddle and a bass, and we do lots of Bowie things and fun. Sometimes we sneak into bluegrass festivals and pretend that we're bluegrass, but we're whatever I am, I'm not sure. But I would love to stay in touch with you. Over by the merch table, there's like a little QR code where you can sign up for my mailing list. And there's also some CDs, and I will be over there if you want to say hi. I would love to meet you. Kerrville, you have my heart. Totally. Like, I love you so much. Thank you for welcoming me home. And thank you to the Rouses for doing all of this, and Lindsay for all the new folk camp. This was transformative for me. I feel so lucky to be here and to bask in so many beautiful songs. So thank you. I think I have time for one more. I'm really bad at gauging time. So if they bring a shepherd's crook out in the middle of the song, we will know that I miscalculated. But I'm going to leave you with a tune from my last record, Rachel Sumner and Traveling Light. This is how I close the record. This is based on actually another new folk artist. Liv Green was my teacher. She's amazing, and she gave us an assignment. Go write a song with the word cradle in it. And I had this image of my mom holding me as a young child, and she would read me to fall asleep every night. She would read a book called I Love You Forever, which is the saddest picture book. And that's how I would go to bed every night, which honestly explains a lot. But I had that image in my mind, and the book is so beautiful. And so with that, I'll leave you with this song. This is called The Arms of Your Mother. The day you were born seemed like any other. No herald and horse, just a ring from my brother. So I grabbed my keys burnt my legs on the seat, and drove the 2 hours just to meet you. I gave our last name at the visitor's desk. They pointed the way, pinned a tag on my chest. I wandered the ward till I found the right door, and through it I heard your mama singing. My arms may grow weary, but I'll never tire of cradling you to my heart. I know it's possible to love well beyond the limits our imperfect bodies have placed on us. I'll hold you close each moment I can. The arms of your mother are always at hand. I remember the nights I'd come by for dinner, and you were a sight with your markers and glitter. It was hellos and hugs, then I'd help you wash up as she'd fill our plates at the table. And when it got late, we'd take to the sofa, and you'd start to fade while your mama would hold you. We'd switch to a whisper for you, dear little drifter, and softly your mama'd start singing. My arms may grow weary, but I'll never tire of cradling you to my heart. I know it's possible to love well beyond the limits our imperfect bodies have placed on us. I'll hold you close each moment I can. The arms of your mother are always at hand. And she was so grateful when your car pulled in. She turned so frail, so fast. You held her at last. You held her last and sang. My arms may grow weary, but I'll never tire of cradling you to my heart. I know it's possible to love well beyond the limits our imperfect bodies have placed on us. I'll hold you close as long as I can. The arms of your daughter are always at hand.
Thank you so much, Kerrville.
Rachel Sumner.
I'll do one more for you. Thank you.
Rachel Sumner.
Thank you, guys. I'll leave you with a more positive one. This is called Anything Worth Doing. Thank you.
Did he fail when he fell? That Icarus we know so well. I think credit's owed where credit's due. We all forget he also flew. When love comes to an end, how people love to end. They tally all the faults and total scores, but they don't know our love meant more. Loving you was an early morning, watching the sunrise turn to day, holding the covers up till the moment they all were pulled away, like catching the last rays of the sunset on a cool summer's night, knowing the stars can't always shine so bright, shine so bright. Did he fail when he fell? That Icarus we know so well. I think credit's owed where credit's due. We all forget he also flew. Loving you till the early morning, watching the sunrise turn to day, holding you closer up till the moment you turned and pulled away. Loving you was learning to fly on wings of feathers and of wax, soaring sky high with nothing else worth looking back to. Did we fail when we fell from a love we knew so well? I think credit's owed where credit's due. Please don't forget we also flew. Would you think back on our time gladly? Anything worth doing at all is worth doing badly.
Thank you so much.
Rachel Sumner, y'all. I do want to, while we're doing a little bit of changeover, want to remind you we do have activities on the ranch every weekend other than just New Folk. Tomorrow afternoon, we will be hosting at this stage in the afternoon the Young Artist Performance Incubator. That's put on by Brenda Freed. If you're under 18 years of age, come on out and work with them. If you need an instrument, bring that instrument with you, and it's a really fun time. We also have our family concert tomorrow morning. Saul Paul is doing that. He's Grammy nominated. My understanding is that today's show was phenomenal. You'll also get a chance to see him on main stage tomorrow night And I think that's going to be really different for most of you, so do come out and see that. And next up, while they're getting, okay, I'll just remind you of more things. We are also having family concerts next weekend as well. We'll be having Mr. Will. We also did not do the canoe trip on Friday. We will be hopefully doing it tomorrow, and we didn't do it on Friday because the river was a little high, and we wanted to be sure we were being safe. We also have nature walks, we have yoga, we have worship services on Saturday and Sunday, Shabbat service up on Chapel Hill on Saturday, folk song service up on Chapel Hill on Sunday, so go check those out. Other programs we have ongoing are balladry will be taking place up at Chapel Hill from, I think, 2 to 3. Texas and Tennessee, the little song critique circle that was started by Steve Gillette many decades ago is still going on with veteran songwriters. It happens every day at 5 o'clock in the space behind the office. So if you have a song that you think just needs a little polish, that's a great opportunity to go get that heard and critiqued.
All right, thanks.
All right, next up we have Robin Bieneman. I think third time was the charm? Three, yes. He was a 3-time New Folk before he finally clinched the brass ring. But he has appeared on our stage in the past, and we are delighted to welcome Robin Bieneman back to our stage.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm from Chicago. We can't help playing some blues music, and this is a blues tune. I would call it a blues tune in the key of D, and the D stands for dodo bird and dinosaur, two animals that definitely have the blues because they no longer exist in this world. Where, oh where, I did the dodo go, go. What did the dodo do to you, you? What did the dodo go away like the dino? No, no, no. Well, why did the dino die? Well, here's what the dino did not know. The poor dinosaur never saw the meteor before it hit the floor of the Yucatan. Like a bomb, an extinction event, heaven sent and hell-bent on making a dent in the lizard population. A complete annihilation of their schools and their businesses, their banks and their farms. Their religion could not save them. The dinosaur nation was gone, except for birds. The birds, where the avians found a way to hang on. Yes, the robins and the ravens learned to sing their favorite songs. Oh, with that problem solved, well, lo and behold, the old dodo evolved. Not like a crow, but a far cry, more like a pigeon that didn't need to fly. She was sure not smart and sure not very pretty, so she settled into dodo domesticity. Where, oh where, I did the dodo go. What I did the dodo do to you. The fast forward some millennium, the Indian Ocean. Now if we park our car on Madagascar, Mauritius is just to the east of us, not far. And history teaches teaches us the beaches of Mauritius were covered in the feces of the most auspicious of all lost species. This tropical isle was the domicile. Well, how did their numbers shrink to none? How did they sink into complete oblivion? Unlike the dino, the dodo stared into the deep Dutch eyes of the agent of her demise. Because it was a hungry Dutchman hit the pigeon with a bludgeon and did the double Dutch with the club upon the dodo's dome. On a beach there was the dodo's home. And then he did another one until the dodo dominion was all done. Where, oh where, did the dodo go, go? What did the dodo do to you? Well, the dodo did not live to see a choo-choo, and the dodo probably never ate a bonbon, but she might have had a maki-maki sushi, because she lived right there by the deep blue sea. Where, oh where, did the dodo go, go? What did the dodo do to you do to you? What did the dodo do to you? Very good. Oh, you're very nice. Thank you. That song is a little long for me, but it does cover a span of 64 million years, so I allow it to be a full 5 minutes long. I was very moved by the memorial service here the other day when we would speak the name of people who had passed away in the last year who were associated with Kerrville. It occurred to me that you could speak the name of someone who is still with us and maybe means something to you. And in this case, it is somebody who embodies women being allowed to do whatever they want with their bodies. So maybe you want to sing along with this. Well, Polly keeps her lovers on her phone to remember how they sound when she's traveling home all alone. She records them on her voice memo or her camera. She's got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. Now Polly's not a SLUT just because she hasn't got a policy of exclusivity. Before you say, shame on Polly, shame on us, so she's got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. Now raise your hand if you believe that Polly doesn't need to tie monogamy with happiness. Good, it's unanimous, 'cause Polly doesn't buy it. She's unapologetically polyamorous. Now Polly gets to live however Polly chooses. One lover pays the bills and another one amuses her. She's not less moral, she's more or less just got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. She'll find some dude someday with whom she'll want to tie the knot. From what I know about Polly, it's possible, but Probably not. Oh, well, Polly wants a cracker with some caviar, and then she'll go to dim sum with the different gentlemen. Well, Polly's not a damsel in distress. She's just got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. So nice of you. All right. Well, there's another woman in my life who's very important, whose T-shirt I'm wearing here. You might notice says Jenny Bieneman, who's my wife, and Haiku Milieu. If you know me, you probably know her as well. And so Jenny is generous with everything she does, and she invites people to write songs that are inspired by her beautiful haiku poems. And this is one of those. The poem was, "Forgive me for all I leave undone, beguiled by light and shadow." Dishes, shoelaces, books with 500 pages, the laundry increases, puzzles with 500 pieces. Forgive me for all I leave undone, undone, undone. My senses are heightened, I know, like a child with a kite, beguiled by light and shadow. Forgive me for all I leave undone, undone, undone. I'm sorry my progress is slow and the laundry's still piled, beguiled by light and shadow. Thank you. So nice of you. Well, it's fun to be a New Folk winner, I won't deny. But it was already fun because I was a Club 7 member, and it's still fun because I still am. And there's some complicated math involved, but our friend Mike there at club cuisine is great at celebrating everyone who gets into new folks. And I'm not going to explain the math, but there's a couple of math concepts. There's that one, and there's something else I'd like to mention, which doesn't get discussed around here too much, which in the new folk community, you get to come, and then you also get to bring a +1. And that +1, the community has become pretty spectacular. It's people's wives or partners or maybe just another artist. And it's just become a wonderful community. And every year it's a little different community. And this year my wife has been a +1. But there are many other +1s, and they're fantastic. So between the +1s and the lucky 7, or the club 7s, it's hard to keep track. But this is a little song. Hey, so my co-finalist, Sean, is a math professor. So he's not allowed to ask this question, but I want to start this off by asking you, what is 1 minus 2? -1, very good. So I want to establish that first of all, because this song starts out by counting backwards from 4. -1, -2, that's you. The flat side of a AA battery has a polarity like your attitude. I'm so mad at you, you're always testing me. Well, every glass you see is more than half empty, and you fill up the rest with my negativity. Well, I don't know how you can live with an attitude so negative. I can't count that low. Well, even between the two of us, there aren't few enough fingers and toes to count that low. Well, your attitude matters more to you than I do. There's no mystery to me why you always seem to be in such a bad mood with that negative attitude. It gets so cold around here, these fingers and toes might freeze when your attitude goes below 0 degrees. Shine a light through a negative to make a photograph like your attitude. But that photo don't flatter you. Look like you'd rather do anything than smile for the camera. Now haven't you heard? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Oh, well, I don't know how you can live with an attitude so negative. I can't count that low. Well, even between the two of us, there aren't few enough fingers and toes to count that low. Well, your attitude matters more to you than I do. I think it's time to reprioritize if you want to be with me. Well, you better get ready to lose that negative attitude. It's like climbing down a ladder just to get to you and your attitude. Well, everything you said demonstrates your negative attitude. It don't matter to you what you are dragging me through with that attitude. So nice, thank you. At this time, I would like to invite my plus one, my beautiful wife, Jenny Bieneman, who again, if you know me, you know Jenny. I'm gonna sing a little neurological love song here. Sing it with me now. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Well, men tend to measure their bodies and compare, but there's only one part that a woman even cares about. It's not what you think, though. It's up where you think, and it shows that you're prepared to help out and share. Where the larger the amygdala contained in your brain, the likelier it is that you will help a stranger. Where the length of it combined with the circumference makes a difference. It's an indication of your generous behavior. I don't think about the size of my equipment or my bank account, which is non-existent. No need to be rich like a Rockefeller, big fella. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Chicks dig a big amygdala. If yours is small, well, chances are you've got a triple large ego with an id like a stick figure. Chicks dig a big amygdala. 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 Well, a girl who understands both science and romance knows that she can know about a man in advance. Could be magnanimous or a psychopath, and if his amygdala is big enough, she'll give him a chance. I had always understood that the measure of my body parts does not contribute to the pleasure of my partner, but now the amygdala's a figure in the formula. It's better if it's fatter, so surprise, size matters. Now, check for the memo in case you missed it. See, a chick who wants to know that you are altruistic, and there's a perfect metric to signal her. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Chicks dig a big amygdala. Chicks dig a big amygdala. If yours is small, well, chances are you're an appalling thug like Hitler or Caligula. Chicks dig a big amygdala. 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 Very nice of you. All right. Well, it is. It's Pride Day. It's Pride Day here on the ranch, so we are all very proud to be humans, in various genders and states of sexiness. Whatever kind of sexiness is your thing, we approve for sure. When a man loves a man, well, there ain't no shame. It's pretty much like when a guy loves a dame, except the parties involved have the same equipment. Well, aside from that, it's not very different. In fact, it's almost exactly the same, and it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. And when a lady loves a lady, well, that's totally fine. You see, sex can be flexible by design, and it's a beautiful thing when adults come together romantically. And it don't matter whether they're of the same gender, if they're of the same mind, it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. And when a man sees a man and can't help but imagine him stripped to his blue jeans, bare chest and abdomen. Or when a woman fancies a pretty girl, the nape of her neck so perfectly vertical, her hips so round, she can imagine her hands on them. A good thing. More love in the world is a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. We should spend our lives in passion and romance. We mustn't squander these passing moments. Let's welcome these couples into family life. You know, husband with husband and wife with wife, and sickness and health, and with shared insurance. It's a good thing. More love in the world is a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. Well, before you say gays have gone too far, well, consider how messed up some heteros are. Where they get dressed up like boys and girls and then shoot at each other with poison arrows from opposite sides of the family car. Now it's a good thing. More love in the world is a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. Well, you might not be used to a dude with a dude. Well, you might not be used to a dude with another dude, but it's cool if they're in love with each other. Well, who's to judge if their love rings true? If they happen to be among the fortunate few whose affections can make each other's hearts flutter, it's a good thing. More love in the world, it's a good thing. The more you bring, the more we get to sing about it. Who's to say who shouldn't and should? More love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. More love in the world is love in the world is love in the world is good. Jenny Bieneman singing with me. Thank you guys.
I don't think he's going to get away that easy. Robin Bieneman.
Well, you're awfully nice, thank you. So we did a neurological love song. This is more of a scatological love song. Well, I am a fastidious man, but I find myself in a ridiculous circumstance. I like coffee, I like to take it on a train. But I spilled some on my pants and I've got this stain. I can't complain all I want, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't help if I tried to explain. Instead of coffee, I wish I had water. 'Cause to the rest of the world, it's just a pea stain. Well, I need to be downtown today. I got a job interview at 10 and I tried to wash the stain away. I used some water, but when the water dries, you know the stain is still intact, but now it's twice the size. I can't complain all I want, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't help if I tried to explain. Instead of coffee, I wish I'd had water. 'Cause to the rest of the world, it's just a pea stain. Oh, well, a pea stain, it cannot be. Well, it must be coffee, but it looks like pea. And a pea stain, it looks like the shroud of Turin. Well, it must be coffee, but it looks like urine. And a pea stain, I know what it is. Well, it must be coffee, but it looks like whiz, so it's a pea stain. Well, if I had $1 million and a chance to buy some new pants, that's what I'd pay. Well, if I found a genie in a bottle and I had one wish, I'd make the stain go away. And if I was a forensics examiner, well, I could provide you with a chemical analysis. You see, the color and consistency can be very similar, but the stain is clearly coffee and not. I can't complain all I want, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't help if I tried to explain. Instead of coffee, I wish I'd had water. 'Cause to the rest of the world, it's just a pea stain. To the rest of the world, it's just a pea stain. Thank you, guys. I'm Robin from Chicago. That's my wife, Jenny. Appreciate it.
Robin with Jenny Bieneman. And that's going to wrap this year's 2024 Kerrville Folk Festival Foundation Grassy Hill Singer-Songwriter Contest New Folk Award Winner the concert. Woo, that was a lot of words. We'll see you tonight at Main Stage. Thank y'all.